Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Looking now at some numbers for Jalen Johnson.
And I think the grind of the season has caught up to him a little. You can see it in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a dive. He appears to be wearing down. Maybe he can get his legs back under him today.
A look at the Pelicans starting group. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Trey Murphy out there with Fears. And it's Queen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Risache in at the 3 slot. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Young.
All right, we know Johnson favors these close-in looks. He likes a sure thing.
Pass to Queen. Kicks it out to Williamson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fears. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Risache. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. In terms of his team's scouting report, Zion Williamson is at the top of it. He raved about Zion's blend of skill and strength, telling me, I don't think there's a stronger guy in our league. Plus, he can put it on the deck and finish at an elite level. Zion is like a freight train coming right down the lane. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, this summer saw Hall of Famer Joe Dumars put in charge of the Pelicans front office, returning to his home state of Louisiana. He talked about it being the right place, right time, right people in New Orleans. He's looking to ensure it's super organized, classy, and elite organization.
They'll get there. Shams, thank you. Picked up by Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Well, if you're free in the pick and roll, Young will find you.
And it's Williamson with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Still without a basket in the game. Last time they met was in New Orleans.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Now here's Risache, coming off a 16-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Williamson against Johnson. They need this. The rebound by Atlanta. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Porzingis has checked in for Risache. Pelicans trail by 9. Here's Fears, a steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Outside Jones, 6 on the shot clock, fires from deep, sends it home from 3-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Daniels outside. Back to Young for 3. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans have gone 1 for 3 so far. Porzingis against Williamson. Back to Jones. Oh, got a piece of it. Now Young with a steal. Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Daniels. Porzingis passes to Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Young. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Fears. Here's Queen. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. That one falls.
Look, we don't see Murphy take a lot of mid-range shots, but his jumper is pure from anywhere on the court.
Daniels outside. Back to Young. Pass to Okongwu. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Young looking around. Shoots over Fears. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Atlanta on top, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Hawks, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Krejci in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another, I guess.
Looney's checked in for the Pelicans. Now here's Alexander Walker. 14 points for him last game against Toronto. Nice shot by Kennard. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. Back over to you, B.A.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And Atlanta making a change here. Young's checked in, and then for New Orleans, Zion Williamson is checked in for Messi. Jones comes in for Looney, and it's Fears in for Alvarado. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Young. Johnson's got his second basket.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Bay outside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Fears shot is off. Atlanta leading by 5. Kennard passes to Johnson. There's a screen by Johnson. Young from long range fires in the triple. Young's got 6.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
Poole shot is off. Here's Atlanta with the ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Another 3 for Atlanta. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Porzingis. Risache comes in for Kennard. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Alexander Walker. And then for New Orleans, Queen, he's checked in for Bay. And Trey Murphy subbed in for Poole. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Queen. And here's Williamson, covered by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Williamson passes to Queen. Here's Jones. And again, New Orleans no good. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Young. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Stan, there's always a lot of attention on Trae Young. What do you think his defining quality is?
Well, look, Brian, he's one of the premier facilitators in the NBA. Not many players have the timing he does. Whether it's a lob or off the bounce, his passes find the mark.
Porzingis has checked in for Johnson. And the new front office for New Orleans aiming to set a high standard, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., amidst some adversity with health, the Pelicans have to focus what's in their hands to control and leave no stone unturned in chasing greatness.
Now here's Williamson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man.
Good luck guarding Zion when he's attacking. He is a force.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And the first one at the line is good. Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
Newell, he's checked in for the Hawks. Williamson hits them both. It has been special watching Zion since he came into the league, hasn't it, Stan?
Look, B.A., I'll tell you this. Zion is unique in the way he plays the game. Not many guys are even capable of doing the things he does. Players like him don't come around often.
Pelicans trail by 12. Jones with the ball. Now Okongwu defending. Williamson outside. And again, no good by New Orleans. Now the Hawks with it. They're on a 16-4 run. Daniels. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 5 assists in the game.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Fears. No points yet. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side Jones. Williamson outside. Back to Jones. From deep. The rebound by the Hawks. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. And so it's Atlanta up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the...
When I look at Atlanta, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
All right, let's get to our featured game where Trae Young has been having himself one heck of a night so far.
I really like how he's playing so far, Shaq. I mean, he's being selective in his approach, kind of the opposite of you, big fella, at the food table.
Oh, come on, Kenny. I've seen you scarfing down those vegan snacks. What is a vegan snack anyway?
There's no such thing as scarfing down and vegan in the same sentence.
And there's always plenty available. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So the Pelicans 5 right now. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Trey Murphy out there with Fears. And it's Queen in at the center position.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass.
Oh, Zion lowers the boom.
Zion giving the people what they want and making it look easy.
And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. Outside Young, beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Young's got 12.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
New Orleans calls timeout. Just about halfway through the season, let's take a look at how things stand in the West. Taking a look at New Orleans. Boy, it's been a rough season for them. They're at the bottom of their conference. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Williamson looking around. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
Daniels outside. Now here's Young, guarded closely. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Queen misses. Atlanta leading by 18. Outside Young, puts up a 3, and it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Pass to Williamson. Here's Fears. There's the triple. The offensive rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Outside Rizichet. And here's Johnson. There's Young with the 3. Nails it from 3. And that's now 17 points for Trae Young.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Johnson against Williamson. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Queen. And again, New Orleans no good. The Hawks lead by 21. Now Young. Now here's Okongwu. On the take. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
What a vicious throwdown by the big man Okongwu. He doesn't mess around on the drive.
New Orleans calls timeout. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
With the perimeter D struggling to stay connected to him, they're getting bombarded.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. This pause in the action provides an opportunity to look at the best fast break teams in the league. Fifth on the list, the Hawks.
When it comes to transition play, this team outperforms most others. They've got a lot of speedy players, and they use them well. .107 left in the third quarter. On the wing, Bay. And so it's New Orleans with it. Poole right side. Up and over Kennard. Poole shot is off. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Newell. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Porzingis.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
New Orleans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bay.
Yeah, solid shooter at the stripe. Bay really confident when he has freebies to shoot.
And so Bay nails both of them. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Outside, Alexander Walker. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for Atlanta, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
That last 2 or 3 minutes was like the most crisp and intelligent we've been on offense. We were tactical in how we were attacking them, okay? Keep doing it.
And Coach Quinn Snyder loves how his team is executing right now.
Yeah, following the game plan perfectly. Clearly wants more of this moving forward.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Krejci in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Atlanta.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Newell, he's checked in for Johnson. And he makes both free throws. Well, Coach, the younger generation in the NBA just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, it's like anything, B.A. I mean, evolution is something that's real, right? People evolve and get better and build on the people ahead of them. You learn from the people ahead of you. The players watch guys as they grow up, and then they learn to do things. The next generation learns from them, and the skill level just continues to improve.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. 4 on the clock. Here's Newell. The shot misses. Great D that time from Williamson. And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. It's good.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels that.
Alexander Walker with it. Kennard outside. Pass to Newell. Sinks that one from the post.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Misi. Good D by Porzingis. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Into the lane. Krejci. Soft touch off the glass. Krejci's got his first bucket in this one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
It's Poole on the wing. Buries it from 3.
And Poole is a guy that feels very comfortable operating beyond the arc.
Atlanta leading by 23. Here's Porzingis. Misi grabs the board. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Pass to Poole. Back to Misi. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Krejci. He's covered by Bay. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Poole against Kennard. Poole outside. Clock at 6. Up and over Kennard. Ooh, nice D from Kennard. Atlanta leading by 23.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Trae Young.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
And New Orleans will go for a different look here. Queen, he's checked in for Misi. Jones comes in for Bay. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Poole. And it's Fears in for Alvarado. And so it's Atlanta with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And that one drops.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Williamson outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Fears. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Dennis. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Trae, you guys had a look in your eyes tonight. How satisfying was it to get this win?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great getting a win. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just here to help my team win, whoever we're playing against, and that's all I care about.
Thanks, Trae. Guys?
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Trae Young.